Hi, my name is Dean Phillips, and I'm on the TV show The Happy House Builders. Now, I've worked on a lot of houses over the years, from ranch styles to Victorian mansions. Now, last week, my home building team and I had just finished converting an old lighthouse into a lovely 3-bedroom home, and we were looking for a new project. That's when we received an interesting request from a certain Annabella Esmeralda of Witch Cobbler Lane.
I am Annabella Esmeralda, the most wicked witch the world has ever seen. And here is what I demand from you. You shall build me a house made of candy and sweets, so I can lure children in and then eat them for my supper.
We listened to this request, and of course, we were troubled by it. A house made of candy that an evil witch will use to lure children in to eat? This raised many serious questions, such as, how would you heat such a house, with gas or electric? And what kind of candy should you use for the roof, chocolate-covered raisins or gumdrops? The more we thought about it, the more it seemed like a neat challenge. So my house building team and I went about constructing this house, one made of candy and sweets that an evil witch will use to catch kids for her supper. We began the project in late February, after spending 2 months working on the housing designs. The amount of time we spent interviewing architects, drawing up blueprints, and searching the world for the right materials did not please the witch. She expressed her displeasure in no uncertain terms.
My stomach is growling for the taste of little children. Build me a house, and build me one now, or you shall witness the anger of the great Annabella.
Now, we home builders deal with this attitude a lot, but if you've ever built a house, you know that things just don't work that way. We've learned that it's better to do things right, so we ignored the old witch and went about building her candy house our way, slowly and carefully, with an eye for detail. After 2 months, we began working on the foundation, using a combination of marshmallow frosting and creamy peanut butter. Bud and Grace were doing a splendid job with the butterscotch kitchen tiles. Simon and Ray were working miracles with the heating ducts, which were made entirely out of fudge and construction-grade toffee. Now, we were very satisfied with our progress, but we sensed the mean old witch was less than pleased.
Hours and days and months have passed by, and my stomach is still empty. You have tested my patience, and for that you will pay. Feel the wrath of the wicked Annabella.
And just like that, the wicked witch turned Mort, our plumber, into a 4-headed slime toad. I told Annabella that as a person paying our salaries, this was well within her power. But I explained that by doing this to Mort, who was doing amazing things with saltwater taffy in the basement utility room, the completion date of the project would be pushed back another 2 to 3 months. And so reluctantly, the witch turned Mort back into a plumber, and we were back on schedule. But we did make some compromises. Against my better judgment, we decided to cut some corners. Instead of using real gumdrops for the roof, we used a simulated gumdrop coating, which will probably have to be replaced in 10 to 15 years. And we decided against strengthening the second floor beams with an extra layer of chocolate nougat, which I believe the witch will someday regret. By October, we were halfway through, but that's when we ran into a snag. I had to tell the witch that because of a shortage of imported Viennese ginger snaps, we would not be able to finish the paneling in the upstairs bathroom until next June or July. Now, the witch was not thrilled to hear this. She got onto her broom and flew onto a second-floor beam. With a wave of her arm, she summoned legions of bats to hover all around us. And then, with her face as red as a licorice fireplace, she spoke.
I'll get you, my little independent subcontractors. You and your plumbers and your roofers and your little furnace installers, too. I'm turning you all into lizards and leeches and tree stumps and I'm falling.
Well, the mean old witch fell right through the second floor and landed in a big wheelbarrow full of concrete. Now, I don't want to say I told you so, but this probably wouldn't have happened if we had been allowed to strengthen the floor with an extra layer of chocolate nougat. Oh well, live and learn. Now, there wasn't much we could do with the old witch after she fell into the concrete, so we decided to turn her into a fountain and placed her in the front of the house, next to the lawn gnome made out of vanilla pudding. Without the witch's interruptions, things began moving much more smoothly, and we actually completed the project ahead of schedule. And as we were finishing the house, 2 really nice kids named Hansel and Gretel stopped by, and we all sat down and enjoyed dining on the patio deck. And everyone agreed it was the best patio deck any of us had ever eaten.